We have previously learned how to solve equations by adding and subtracting, multiplying and dividing, and now we're going to kind of put that all together and solve two-step equations in lesson 4.5. So I want you to pause this, try these problems on your own, then we'll go through them together. The first problem says to simplify. So we have negative 5 times 3x plus 6. We can't add up here, so we're just going to distribute. I'm going to distribute that negative 5 to both terms. Negative 5 times 3x is negative 15x plus negative 5 times 6 is negative 30. Can't combine those because they are not like terms, so there's our answer. Here we have 14 minus 3 times 2d plus 5. I have a minus, so I'm going to add up, change it to plus negative. Then I'm going to distribute that negative 3 to both terms. So I get 14 plus negative 3 times 2d would be negative 6d, plus negative 3 times 5 is negative 15. Now I want to combine like terms. 14 plus negative 15 would be negative 1, and then I always want to put that coefficient and variable first. So negative 6d plus negative 1. Here we're going to solve. Negative 6n equals a negative 72 plus 12. I'm going to start by combining these. So I get negative 60 equals negative 6n. To get n by itself, I want to divide both sides by negative 6 because I want to do the opposite of multiplication. And I'm left with n equals 10. If you checked your work, bonus points for you. That sounded aggressive, but good job. Okay, then we have negative 16 equals x over 3. The opposite of division is multiplication. So I make brackets, multiply both sides by 3. I'm left with x equals, and then 3 times negative 16 is negative 48. Negative 48 divided by 3 would be negative 16, so my answer does work. Therefore, that is my answer. Okay, steps when solving two-step equations. This is super important that you follow all of these steps. I know it looks like a ton, but I want to make sure that you have this written down in your notes. Step 1 is that we're going to add up. Whenever we can, we're going to add up. Change that minus to plus negative. Then we're going to simplify, and in those steps, we distribute first, then we combine like terms. Then we're going to solve. We're going to get rid of the constant first. Then we're going to get rid of the coefficient by multiplying or dividing. Lastly, check your answer. Make sure you have these steps written down so that you can use it when you're taking a quiz and a test and even on your homework. We're going to practice this together, so hopefully this will make more sense in a minute. The first problem I want you to write down is 8x plus 7 equals 47. So the first step is add up. Can we add up? No. Second step is distribute. Can we distribute? No. Can we combine like terms? No. So then we have to get rid of the constant. Remember, the constant is the number by itself without a variable. So this plus 7. Well, the opposite of plus 7 is minus 7. So we can subtract 7 from both sides or add negative 7. It's the same thing. And we're left with 8x equals 40. Now, this next step is to get rid of the coefficient, which is the number before the variable. Right now we have 8 times x. The opposite of that is division. So I'm going to divide both sides by x. Not x, 8. We're left with x equals, and 40 divided by 8 is 5. We're going to then check our work, plugging in 5 for x. 8 times 5 is 40, and 40 plus 7 is 47, which is exactly what we were going for. So yep, it works. X equals 5. Okay, the next one you're going to want to write down. Y divided by 4 minus 2 equals 1. First thing, add up. Do we have minus? Yes, we do. Change that to plus negative. Second thing is distribute. Third thing is combine like terms. Can't do that. Now we want to get rid of the constant. We have a -2. The opposite of -2 is +2. So I'm going to add 2 to both sides because whatever I do to one side, I have to do to the other. It's like a balance beam. -2 and +2 cancel, so we're left with y divided by 4 equals 1 plus 2 is 3. Now I want to get rid of that 4 on the bottom, the divided by 4. The opposite of division is multiplication. So I'm going to multiply both sides by 4. That has to happen at least once a video, right? 4 and 4 cancel, so we're left with y equals, and 3 times 4 is 12. Then to check my answer, I plug in 12 for y. So 12 divided by 4 plus -2. 12 divided by 4 is 3, plus -2 is 1, which that's what the answer was. So yep, our answer works. Y is 12. All right, negative coefficients and combining like terms before solving. Let's practice these ones. Write it down. 9 minus 6a plus 45. First step, as always, add up. Change this minus to plus negative. Distribute, nope. Combine like terms, can't do. So then I'm on to get rid of the constant. Our constant is a +9. The opposite of +9 is -9, so I need to take away 9 from both sides. You can either subtract 9 or do plus -9. We get -6a equals 45 take away 9, leaves me with 36. Then we need to get rid of our coefficient. Our coefficient is -6, and it's times a. The opposite of multiplication is division. So I'm going to divide both sides by -6. -6 divided by 6 is 1, so I'm just left with a equals, and then 36 divided by -6 is -6. To check my answer, I'm going to plug -6 in for a. -6 times -6 is 36, plus 9, 45. Yep, that works. So our answer is -6. And you guys, checking your work is really the best way to make sure that you're getting the right answer. Okay, so when you take a quiz and when you take a test, if you check your work, it almost guarantees you get the right answer if your answer works. All right, let's try another one. b minus 3b plus 8 equals 18. First step is add up. Change that to plus negative. Second step is distribute. Third step is to combine like terms. I have b and -3b. b take away 3b is going to leave me with -2b plus 8 equals 18. Now I need to get rid of my constant. My constant is +8, so I'm going to take away 8 from both sides. Whatever you do to one side, you have to do to the other. That leaves me with -2b equals 10. Now I'm going to divide both sides by -2 to get b by itself, because the opposite of multiplication is division. I'm left with b equals, and 10 divided by -2 is -5. Then we can check our answer. Plugging in -5 for b. -3 times -5 is 15. -5 plus 15 is going to be 10. 10 plus 8 is 18. Check. It works. So our answer is -5. All right, a couple more problems. Two-step equations. So don't let this overwhelm you. We got this. Make sure it's in your notes. This one said Travis makes a down payment of $1,100 on a motorcycle that costs $2,300. No interest is charged. How many monthly payments of $200 must he make until he is finished paying for the motorcycle? Write an equation, solve it. So he makes a one-time down payment of $1,100. The total for the motorcycle is $2,300. and he's going to make monthly payments of $200. So $200 per month. So I'm going to start with that. I'm going to write 2,200, no, not 2,000, sorry, 200 times X. So that's going to be how much he pays every month, plus he made a one-time payment of $1,100. That's a one-time payment. And this equation is going to set equal to the total amount the bike costs, which was $2,300. Once we have our two-step equation, we're then going to follow our steps. So the first step is add up. We don't have to add up. Then we have distribute. Don't have to distribute. Then we have combine like terms. Can't do that either. Now we have to get rid of our constant. Our constant is 1,100. It's a positive, so the opposite of that is subtraction. So I'm going to take away 1,100 from both sides. That leaves me with 200x equals 1,200. Now, to get x by itself, right now it's 220 times x. I need to divide both sides by 220. Now, I'm left with x equals oh my goodness, why did I do that? That's why I'm confused. That's why it's not working out. This should be 200. Divide each side by 200, not by 220. Hopefully you caught that mistake. I was sitting there like, oh, I don't remember this having a decimal. Okay, so 1,200 divided by 200, that should hopefully work out a lot nicer. That would be 6. So it says how many monthly payments? He has to make 6 monthly payments. Okay, last one. Kara spent $108 at the electronics store, so a total of $108. She bought a movie for $18, so that's a one-time cost of $18. She also bought 3 video games. The video games each cost the same amount. So 3 video games, they each cost the same amount. We're going to write that as 3x. How much did Kara pay for each video game? Well, looking at this equation, I need to first take 18 away from both sides. So I'm left with 3x equals 90. Then I need to divide both sides by 3. X equals 90 divided by 3, 30. So each game costs $30. Then we always want to check our work. 3 times 30 is 90, and 90 plus 18 is 108, which is what we were going for. So yep, our answer works. X is $30.